Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday and Wednesday, August 14th and 15th, 2018 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is, I trust the process of being broken open. And we have the moon in Libra asking us to find that balance, find harmony between our inner yin and yang energies. And that really is an interesting concept right now. It's an interesting concept to balance the energies of the inner yin and yang, as well as balance between interplay and relationships between the yin and yang. I've been seeing so much of that. It's really interesting. And here's what I want to tell the yin, everyone, to embrace within the yin the ability to not push. So funny, there's a song by Sublime called Don't Push. I've literally been hearing that song, even though it doesn't say those words in there or anything related. I just realized that has been playing over and over in my head for the last several hours. We are being called upon right now to really embrace that yin energy. We're being called upon with 7 planets retrograde for the next couple days to really pull our energies inward. We are being called to not push these outward things, because pushing is an outward action representing our own personal insecurity when it comes to our connection to spirit, apparently. So I know this doesn't mean don't take action. It just means don't push. Be aware of where you need to be in that yin, where you need to be in allowing, where you need to be in receptive. And today is very important in order to find your balance in doing that. So, because we have Mars at Capricorn at 29 degrees, there may be that desire to have the manifestation, to see it in your hand right now. However, Mars is retrograde, and so Mars is still doing that inward process, or undoing the inward process, and part of the process for so many of us is seeing that physical manifestation. It is coming. What you want is coming, but you cannot push. You must do the inner work at this time. You must find your alignment at this time. You must align with your soul and your purpose at this time, and what it is that you want must be aligned with your soul and purpose. And if it's not, you're going to find yourself pushing, and it's like you're, gosh, this is the image, pushing like a big box up like a mountain, and then you're going to reach the top and like fall over. Don't make yourself fall over. Don't push. Take the action that's needed. I'm not saying don't take action. Take action that's needed, but stop the pushing. Now, we have a very interesting connection today that I think is feeding into this. We have the moon connecting to Venus. And when I say today, I mean the 14th. Sorry, I'm doing this for 2 days because of a packed schedule. But moon conjunct Venus. This is such an interesting energy. This is such an interesting energy anytime it happens. And it's such an interesting energy, especially with this yin coming in at this time. I was a part of Soul Garden for many years, and when we had moon conjunct Venus, which happens once a month, as the moon comes around, it makes the cycles, it meets up with all the planets, with this connection, we had a thing called Love Fest Day. But one of the things I saw, people were either really like high and happy and feeling the love, or people were feeling, one of my favorite Leos would use this word, puny, really small in themselves. They weren't feeling that glow of love. Notice how you are feeling on the 14th. Are you feeling that big, lit, full energy of love? Or are you feeling the puniness? If you're feeling the puniness, that is a call to sit and offer yourself self-love. Because the moon conjunct Venus, especially in the sign of Libra, is a call to be in relationship, in a loving relationship with ourselves. This is a call for that. So if you are feeling anything but that big, beautiful, bountiful, goddess-style love where it's like, I want to love and nurture and feed everything in the world. If you're not feeling that, offer that kind of energy to yourself. This is going to be a nice little boost for you in and through working with this yin energy. Besides that, we have the moon going through making several connections. The moon is going to be squaring Saturn. Again, we may feel that it's so much of the yin versus the yang. Like, am I producing? Am I getting the things done? Am I showing up in society as a well-valued member of society in the way that they want me to do? You know, there may be that feeling, that's that Saturn, but it's unwinding that. And meanwhile, there's the Libra. It's like, I need to find my balance. I need to find this inner harmony. Inner harmony first. This is meeting at 2 degrees. Saturn is getting close to finishing up its retrograde process. Saturn retrogrades, man, that's the toughest retrograde for me. Saturn and Uranus retrogrades, I would say, are the ones, and Jupiter are the ones I feel most intensely. But me personally, but that energy is calling us to nurture. What do you need to nurture? How do you need to show up to find that balance within yourself? Keep coming back to the self. Keep coming back to the self. The moon is also going to meet up with Mercury. Mercury also in its retrograde process. So the moon in Libra connecting to Mercury and Leo. This is hopefully going to be offering you that big, bountiful, beautiful, like, yes, I love myself kind of moment. However, with Mercury retrograde, it could stir some of the places, again, where you don't feel that. Pay attention to those places and offer those places some light, some love. Maybe it's like, you know, sometimes we have affirmations and, what am I trying to say? We say things, and then we're like, oh, I can amend that and make that a much more positive statement. Like, it's like, I can't think of anything right now to use an example. Examples, please. Okay, it's just like, you know, somebody asks you how you are, and you're like, I'm not really feeling that good. Putting that energy out there. Okay, so there's the shadow. You're not really feeling that good. And then there's the next level that we can go to. Well, I am working on my health. I know I'm going through a healing process. I'm feeling better and better all the time because the better it gets, the better it gets. That kind of thing. Notice where you're doing that. Notice where your statements are at. What vibration are they at? And how can you rise them, shift them a little bit with the love process? So then we're moving into the 15th energy, and we're moving later through the 14th into our third and final evolution, revolution, 22-degree master level energy. So this is Uranus energy. There are sometimes breakdowns. There are breakthroughs. Be willing to be in the process of being broken open. All of us have built walls. Your task is not to seek for love, but to seek the walls you've built against it. That is Rumi. And that is the process that we're going through as we finish up this Leo season after all of these eclipses. So be aware of anything that's triggering you, and it may be breaking down a wall that you personally have built that no longer serves you. I truly believe that that is what any of this breaking that's happening right now is going for. Speaking of the breaking, the moon is going to square Pluto. So here's my feeling with this, is the more we step into that vibration of love, the more those structures that no longer serve, the more those structures that are built on things that don't serve us are going to be falling apart and falling away. If something's falling apart in your life, this is the time to celebrate, because that is worth celebrating. That is something that no longer serves you. Congratulations for being able to show up for that process. Woo! To end the day on the 15th, the sun will connect to the moon. This will still be at 22 degrees, so master level energy. Offering yourself self-love is the way. So I want to dig into my cards. I have so many cards, but I want to start here. So people have said, this kind of looks like horns, and I so see it and agree. As soon as people pointed that out, what I thought of was this card that I happened to bring with me from the Keepers of the Light. And it's wisdom, what he does. Cernunnos. I think I'm saying that right. Cernunnos. I always say it Cernunnos, but I think it's Cernunnos. The life force is so perfect what it says. Cernunnos, or Cernunnos, also known as Herne, is a Celtic stag god who represents connection to the earth. He is one of the oldest recognized Celtic gods and features on the Gundestrup cauldron. With great silver vessel from the Iron Age, he is the lover of the Great Mother and impregnates the land so that it will be filled with life. He can help us form a connection with the animal spirits and the ancestors of our land. So if you are one of those who are seeing those horns, tune into this energy, this life force, and connect to the Great Mother, which is currently being impregnated, apparently. I want to read this just in case. A deep buildup of life force within you. It needs to be channeled. You may have extra energy or be more alert than usual. Be aware of a sense of increased sensual or sexual energy. If you are unsure how this ties into your spiritual path, know that it can allow you to access the richness of your soul. When we are not expressing ourselves sexually, our spiritual potential can become tamed or muted. So if you're denying yourself a desire, ask yourself how you can fulfill it. That's again part of yin. Yin knows how to fulfill desire. And I'm not just talking sexual desire, sensual desire. Where are you lacking? Where are you feeling that lack of fulfillment? Ask Cernunnos to help you access your sexual self so that you may express it with integrity and in a way that honors your soul. If you and your partner are trying for a child, this card appears, fertility is very possible, especially if Bridget, Cernunnos twin flame, is present too. But we're just talking about Cernunnos. So, for those of you who see the horns. Oh, these cards just tell such a story. I'm going to show you. Here we are. We have built walls, and we're just being called upon to release ourselves from these walls. These walls ultimately are keeping the joy out. They're keeping the love out. They're keeping the fun out. They're keeping our inner child out. So what do? We let go. We're in the process of letting go of these walls, and part of the breaking down. Again, if things are breaking down in your life right now, celebrate. Because here it comes, rebirth, into flying high again. Rebirth and understanding. This could go either way. Understanding, allowing the rebirth. Understanding, okay, I have to be in the process of let go. And maybe even the process of understanding through ho'oponopono, to show up for yourself. Then, I love these two cards that came out together, and I think they work so well together. Dream a little and contemplation. Dream a little is telling you divine wants to bless you with inspiration, just as a lover would come to the door of the beloved with a spontaneous gift of flowers. So dream a little. Let your imagination wander and wonder, what if, what else could be, breaking down the rigid walls of expectation. Just because something has been done doesn't indicate you must continue the same way. Dream a little and receive your spiritual gift. And contemplation. Oracle brings you an invitation to enter into the mystery. So here we are using our mind to imagine and contemplate mystery of your life, of your being, and to allow the biggest question you can summon to emerge from your heart and be expressed through love. Your question may emerge as clear and shining or soft and yielding, a question with no words, only a feeling. Whatever truth emerges, let that be your contemplation. In response to the question, the next step forward will unfold before you, revealed in perfect clarity and perfect timing. I feel like it's like wondering and then imagining, and wondering and imagining, and knowing you're going to be building some beautiful castles with yourself in and through this. This oracle brings you the message from your own divine nature. Come sit with me and breathe. I want to ask you something. I want you to ask me something. Together there's a conversation that we may have, or that we are to have now, and there will be a beautiful accord between us that overflows into all of your relationships, bringing more understanding and peace. Good. I think the yin and the yang could use some understanding and peace. So, that being said, I have my yin reading available. I'm very excited about this. I think this is the time. If you are tuning into the yin and you're confused about it or excited about it, this is the perfect reading for you. It is $66. We will dig into asteroids and Venus and the moon and really tune into your method of bringing forth yin energy. So email me, mimiclark@gmail.com, and I will send you an invoice for that. I have all kinds of other readings available, so please feel free to reach out for those. And besides that, the better it gets, and there is enough love in the world for you. Namaste.